What's up, family? Welcome to Speak. It is time for kickoff. Now, get this. Eagles coach Nick Sirianni, he said something an hour ago that has me worried about this team. First off, what'd he say? He said, the criticism of the offense, it should come to me. It's my offense. I was hired to do a job here, and I'm committed to that. The criticism should come to me. It unfairly goes to offensive coordinator Brian Johnson. But now I'm thinking about why there is criticism. Remember 3 weeks ago, Eagles got blown out by the San Francisco 49ers. Then remember 2 weeks ago, Eagles got blown out by the Dallas Cowboys. Then remember this past weekend, Eagles made a wholesale substitution. Sean Desai, defensive coordinator, he's out of there. Insert Matt Patricia. He arrived in April as a defensive analyst. Now he's the coordinator. So chaos, 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 chaos. Surely that'll fix things, right? Wrong. Eagles lose to the 6-6 Seattle Seahawks. I think they were 6-7 to get it straight. So I am worried that the Philadelphia Eagles are falling apart before our very eyes. They've made changes. Their roster hurt. Darius Slay, surgery. Landon Dickerson, surgery. Jalen Hurts, sick. So now you're losing games, your roster's sick, and your coaches are making substitutions. Shady, the only person who can calm me down is you, and you not calm. Eagles all-time rushing leader, LeSean Shady McCoy. He's dressed in all black. Last time the Eagles saw all black, it was not a good day for them. It was the San Francisco 49ers showing up
that was a little scary.
Yeah, that was defeat. So maybe, Shady, you are going to atone for the sins of the Philadelphia Eagles on the field. Are you worried that the Eagles are falling apart, big dog?
No, I'm not. What the Eagles are going through was what every other team is going through. Other teams have lost.
Sure.
They've lost games. And if you look at all the top teams, they've had times where they went on losing streaks.
Yes, sir.
Right? Cowboys.
Yep.
Niners.
Yep.
Right? Even the Dolphins. I mean, it was lost and other loss in between, but they've been there. And my thing is, like, if you look at the way we've played, yeah, we haven't played great all year. I can say that. I can be honest. But we still find ways to win games. Right? And I look at all the other games that we kind of lost. Other than the blowout with the Niners, which they blew out the Cowboys. Other than the blowout against the Cowboys, which the Cowboys been blown out too.
That's true.
We in the same ballpark as everybody else. And the best thing about it is what? We're 10-4 now? What are we? 10-4 now? Something like that? I mean, we still one of the top teams in the league.
I love this.
And my thing is, once you get into the playoffs, all that don't matter no more. Last year, we were, I don't know, we lost 4 or 3 games last year. It didn't matter. We went to the Super Bowl. So if we continue to do what we got to do and improve, we got 3 beatable teams. Not even beatable, whoopable teams. We gonna whoop these teams. We got the Giants twice. Yeah. We need some confidence. Think about this, though. Imagine take you back all the way to, like, I don't know, 6th grade, 5th grade.
Yes, sir.
Right? And you got a hard schedule, but you have them little 2-3 games, like, all right, we got these bums before we start the regular season. What the coach do?
What do you do?
We put everybody out there to get the confidence, get the momentum.
Yeah.
Got the dudes that's not that good getting all type of buckets. To get them confidence. So give us this confidence against the Cardinals, who's not that good, right? And the Giants twice. And then let's get into the playoffs and let's see what happens.
Here's what I love, Joy Taylor. I love this. It was December 1st, I believe. I think it was December 1st. I think we're doing this show all together. We're kumbaya. And I'm like, Shady, are you not worried about the Eagles? He said, come on, Acho. We 10-1. What am I going to be worried for?
Ain't nothing
then I caught Shady on December 4th after they lost to the Niners. Shady, you not worried about the Eagles? Come on, Acho. We 10-2. Yeah. What you worried for? Then I caught Shady on December 11th after they lost to the Cowboys. Shady, you worried about the Eagles? Nah, Acho, we 10-3. What you worried for?
That's me again.
And then I caught Shady.
Come on, ask me
on this fine, blessed Wednesday.
Come on, ask me. Come on.
And I say, Shady, are you worried about the Eagles?
No, I told we only 10-4. Come on, we're right there.
Hey, I'm with you.
And listen, if you look at the other, so the Dolphins got a better record than us, right? Correct?
Yes.
We beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, same record, yep.
The, who else? The Niners?
Yeah, they got a slightly better record, 1 game.
But we right there, though. So, and as bad as
you split with.
As bad as we played, we right there. The Chiefs is a good team. They lost, we beat them. Yeah. The Bills. You keep saying how scary the Bills is. Yeah. We beat them. Yeah. So we've been playing bad, but we've been winning games.
That's true.
Come on now, James. Come on now. You got that.
Loyalty. I hear you, Kendrick. You loyal over there, my dog. It's falling apart. It's falling apart fast, too.
Fast?
It's falling apart fast. When you look at just even the last couple weeks, because we all know what we've been hearing since week 1. We ain't played our best football. That's been since week 1. Then you get blown out by the Niners and the Cowboys, and we got to make changes, right? That's the first thing that, like, oh, shoot, here we go. Falling apart. Defensive coordinator, you ain't fired, but go sit up there in the press box while this other coach runs the defense that you done ran for 13 weeks, right? So you basically fired, right? That's strike number 2, right? We ain't been playing well for 13 weeks. Strike number 2, you fire the coach. Then you have your star, your leader, who I believe is a heck of a leader. That's why we give him praise. Come out there and say, people are not committed. For you to say people are not committed is strike number 3, and you knew that probably week number 1, probably coming out of training camp. You know what I mean? But as we all know, winning covers up, not a little bit.
Everything.
And that's what they were doing. And they still are winning 10-4. But the way this team is playing football, everything that's going on, and now you have your coaches not changing nothing. Right? We watched that game against the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, they put A.J. Brown in the slot a little bit more. Wasn't no movement, wasn't no motions. Jalen Hurts, BU. A.J. Brown, BU. Devontae Smith, BU. The last 3 weeks, BU has not gotten you W's. It's not good enough. And then you hear all this stuff coming out. Commitment really sticks out to me because that's something that you have been looking at as a quarterback since training camp.
Yeah.
And now it's starting to show up right now. This thing right here is falling apart, and I'm not confident that they are going to blow these teams out. They might find a way to win because they've shown us that during the football season, but they ain't showed us during the football season they could blow nobody out. So I'm not even confident that they could blow Kyler Murray out and Danny DeVito out, or Tommy DeVito. That's his name, Tommy DeVito? Tommy DeVito.
Do we need to?
Huh? For confidence-wise, for me, you need to because these teams right here.
If we win in a dominant fashion, do we need to blow out to you, James
Well,
Jones?
if you win in a dominant fashion, that is a blowout.
No, I mean, you can beat somebody by 14, 17 points and be a dominant.
You beat them by 17 and look dominant, then yes, that's confidence.
Okay.
But if you go out there and win 17-14, that ain't no confidence against Tommy DeVito. So this falling apart fast, Giorgio. Fast.
Am I worried the Eagles are falling apart? Yeah, I'm a little worried. 3 games in a row, the leaders are calling out the whole team.
Just a little?
I think it's reasonable to be worried. I do think that T.J. Houshmandzadeh made an interesting point yesterday because you do have these 3 games coming up. If they look good and they win the division and they go out of the season looking dominant, everything's working, they look like they did last year, they finally tap into that Eagles team that we've been hoping that they look like all season. We have a very short memory this year. We've been struggling and fighting to get everybody to consider the entirety of the season when we're evaluating everybody all throughout the year. If that happens, I do wonder what the energy will be like around the Eagles. It's kind of tough to say that right now. There's a lot still on the table. I know I keep saying that, but there are still games to be played. There are 3 games left for these teams. The Dallas Cowboys have the Miami Dolphins away. We know how Dallas plays away. They could win that game, of course, but they could lose that game.
Yes, they can.
Then they have the Lions, and then they have the Commanders. The Eagles have Giants twice and the Cardinals. And they could lose all 3 of these games. They could win all 3 of these games. They could win them close. They could blow them out.
We can't lose all 3 of these games. It's not possible.
I don't think so either.
Low man Kyler Murray, I'm beat this. And then Italian dude is not going to man. This is not the Godfather. God, they do not play football.
Hey, let's pray that don't happen.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. No, you do have to be worried. They've lost 3 games in a row to 2 really good teams and one team with a lot of pride, well coached, and it's not a bad team. Seattle's not a bad team. They're not what we thought they were this year. But the bad part of it is you had the backup quarterback. So I think it's reasonably worried. Falling apart, I think it's too soon to tell if they are falling apart because they do have 3 games left. And if they do go and win dominant fashion, I do wonder what the conversation will be.
Here is why, and Joy Shady, let me talk to y'all for a second. I hate the Eagles' remaining schedule. I'm not just like tolerant of it, I hate it. Because I remember, Shady, all the time hearing in church, all the time you would hear, well, you can only be tempted by things that entice you. And I thought about that for a second. I was like, oh, that is interesting. If something don't entice me, you can't be tempted by it. The Eagles can only be broken by teams that can break them. So the Cardinals, the Giants can't break the Eagles. So if you really want to learn about the Eagles, I don't want to see them play the Cardinals, the Giants, or the Giants. I wanted to see them play the Seahawks. Because what we will do if they win these next 3 games is do what we did for the first 11 games of the season. Yeah, but the Eagles are winning. Yeah, but they 10-1, Acho. Yeah, but I don't care, Acho, they 10-2. Yeah, but I don't care, Acho, they 10-3. At some point, my dog to my right is going to start to care. Now, it probably won't happen until January 8th, the end of the regular season. But if the Eagles beat these last 3 teams, which they will, in my humble opinion, I don't learn anything. Because they can get away with beating these last 3 teams with the vanilla offense.
But couldn't I argue that because they're already in the postseason, if we can. They're already in the postseason. Like, they've clinched a playoff spot. So if they limp into the playoffs or they look great going into the playoffs, once the playoffs start, it's a whole new season.
Yeah.
Everything that happened during the regular season might play into and will play into a role in how we predict how things are going to go. But as we know, things happen during playoff games. What happened during the Philadelphia Niners game last year? Nobody thought it was going to go like that. Goodbye, end of game. Now, they're not the same defense, so maybe that won't happen. Maybe it will. But what I'm saying is all this is really about is evaluation.
Correct.
Yes, there's some confidence and all that stuff, but once you get to the postseason, which they are already there, it's a completely new year.
The difference for me, and here's where I draw frustration, is the Eagles don't have to bring their best to beat these teams. And because you don't have to bring your best to beat these teams, you might get away with not bringing your best to beat these teams. Whereas if the Eagles were playing better teams 2-5, in my humble opinion, I believe now you're forced to bring your best.
I mean, what do you want us to do, Acho? What do you want us to do, dog? Like, it's the schedule to schedule. And we played some bad teams, and we played some good teams. We play all the good teams. We played the Chiefs. Good team. We played the Dolphins, good team. We played the Cowboys twice, played the Niners, played the Bills. We played all the good teams. Can we get some bums? Right? I watched y'all two together collectively praise up and down how great the Cowboys was because they was beating all the bum teams. But you got an issue with us playing the bum teams?
No, I don't have an issue with it.
Come on, man. Come on.
For the sake of the Eagles,
we need the bums, man.
I wish they were playing better teams. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And it's not because I want them to lose. It's because I want to make sure that the Eagles fine-tune themselves going into the postseason, James. That's why I want to see them play.
For me, I don't care who they play. Just treat the bums like the Cowboys treated the bums. That's all I want.
Yes.
Like, go out there and dominate a football game. That, not even for us. I mean, we ain't playing. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I don't get a ring. Shady may get a ring because he's your all-time leading rusher, but I don't get one. So I just want to see you guys play the right football. The Dallas Cowboys said, okay, you the easy teams, we're going to treat you like an easy team. The Philadelphia Eagles have played the Commanders and some other easy teams and didn't treat them like they was easy teams. Confidence is going to beat these boys down and treat them like they easy teams. And if you do that these last 3 games, which is easy teams, then you're going to ride into the playoffs, whatever plays you running, with a lot of confidence.
I have a question, though. Because at this point in the season, the Cowboys have an opportunity to answer these questions. The Eagles beat the Chiefs, they beat the Bills, beat the Dolphins, and they beat the Cowboys. That's 4 good teams, right?
4 playoff teams.
4 playoff teams. The Cowboys beat the Cowboys lost to the Bills.
They did not beat the Bills. You almost said it. They did not. They got smoked by the Bills. Got smoked.
They lost to the Bills.
Yeah. Lost to the Niners.
Lost to the Niners.
Smoked by both.
Lost to the Cardinals.
I'm not counting the bad loss. I'm just comparing the teams because we're arguing about schedule now, and it just got me thinking, like, who did the Cowboys beat and who did the Cowboys lose to? And who did the Eagles beat and who did the Eagles lose to?
The answer for it? That's a great question.
I don't really care about the schedules like that because the Cowboys beat the Jets and the Cowboys beat the Seahawks.
Right.
And the Eagles lost to them. So I don't really, care about the schedule like that. Like I said, for me, it's all about how they going.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we actually start looking at who everybody outside of the Niners have won and lost to, it's going to start looking very similar.
No question.
Like, we're going to be able to make some adjustments here and there to make our arguments work, and in the end, we're going to look silly. It's really about how they're playing.
Correct. That's where I'm at. I don't care about records anymore. I don't care about records. The only reason I care about record is, are you making it into the playoffs? That's the only reason I care. But outside of that, only thing I care about now is how are you playing?
How you playing?
Because the 8-6 Bills are currently playing better than the 10-4 Cowboys. How are you playing? So I don't care. It's even hard to go back and say, yeah, but we beat them. Beating the Dolphins pre-Jalen Ramsey is not beating the Dolphins post-Jalen Ramsey. Just full transparency, it's just not.
You told me that was the best team in football when they had 70 points. Jalen Ramsey wasn't there.
The Dolphins have the #1 defense since Jalen Ramsey has shown up.
No, I know, but I remember you saying that, like, yo, these Dolphins is for real, for real.
I think offensively they're good. But I'm saying, like, now that I know what they had. Well, what are you saying? What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, Jalen Ramsey or not, I remember you telling us, me in America, how, the Dolphins, they the real deal. They the best team in football. They put 70 points on the Broncos. And you was loving them.
Correct.
So can I get that same love about them, Jalen Ramsey or not? That's all I want.
What I'm saying
we beat them.
Agreed.
We beat that 70-point.
No doubt.
That you was loving.
No doubt. I think that the Dolphins are a better team now with Jalen Ramsey than they were then.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So
would it be a worse loss then?
Break that. What do you mean?
Like, the Cowboys play them this week.
I think that if the Cowboys lose to the Dolphins, I wouldn't be like, yeah, but the Eagles beat the Dolphins and the Cowboys lost to the Dolphins.
But that's literally what we're doing when we're talking about the schedule. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how I'm going to feel about Philadelphia at the end of the season. There's too much football left to play. But I have a sneaky suspicion that if they look great, even though it is the Giants twice and the Cardinals, that we're going to feel differently about the Eagles if they make some sincere corrections. And we're calling them bums and then like the easy teams and stuff. There are no bums. Like, they're still NFL teams. Like,
I don't know, Joy.
Okay.
I played with.
Is the coach of the year there last year? Is that who coaches the team?
Right.
Coach of the year?
That was last year.
Okay.
I played on some bum teams. I was part of a bum team. I was in the locker room like, yo, we a bum team, but we might get a sticky win. It's possible, but you know if you ain't good.
This is fascinating me, but I got to close this conversation real quick, Shady, about Jalen Hurts. Currently leads the league in turnovers, 17 of them. He's tied with, I believe, Sam Howell, Josh Allen, and the dude that plays quarterback for the Falcons, who's now benched for Taylor Heineke. Desmond Ritter. I believe those are the 4 people that Jalen Hurts is tied for.
That's what I heard.
You blame him for the Eagles' collapse?
Yeah. You mean fully? Oh, not fully. No, not fully. If it's a pot of pizza or apple pie, Christmas coming, pumpkin pie, right? He gonna take a nice size. Yes, he gonna take a nice size of that pie. Ooh. Yeah. But a lot of that goes to blame everybody. The coaching staff, right? Why are you not helping Jalen Hurts out? Make the game easier for him. Simplify the game for him, right? I look at that. There's no motions. There's no different formations. Like, it's just line up and play. I blame the defense. Other than last game, they've been looking bad. Right? Last on third down? Yeah, so you can put this whole thing together. The wide receivers, I think A.J. Brown is a phenomenal player. I think Smitty's a hell of a player, but they've been dropping the balls too that they normally catch. So when you're asking me, another thing about the coaches, why Swift ain't getting the rock? Why he not getting the ball? So as the quarterback, yes, you're going to get a nice size of this pie, right? And you will get the first piece, too, at that. But it goes around for everybody. So, I mean, from the pie to the eggnog, they all deserve a piece of the blame, for sure.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, they all sitting at the dinner table. Pass that over here.
Take some, pass it down.
It's on everybody. It's on Nick Sirianni. It's on Jalen Hurts. It's on the defense, right? None of them is playing up to their ability. Right? You're not coaching to your ability. You're not playing to your ability. And that equals a 3-game losing streak. So for me, yes, the quarterback is turning the football over. We're not used to Jalen Hurts turning the football over. He was phenomenal with the football last year. And you even heard him after the game, hey, man, I was just trying to take some chances. Well, you done took a lot of chances this year and turned the football over a lot. But with that being said, last year you guys won a lot of football games too because even if you guys did get in situations like this, the defense helped you out. If you did get in situations like this where the defense was struggling, the offense helped you out. Whatever it may be. This year, none of that is helping nobody out. So for me, slice go to Hurts, the coach, the defense, they all get a piece of it.
Real quick, a lot of small things like these certain penalties we shouldn't be getting, right? Even with Jason Kelce, who that's my brother, right? This a little lighter than I am. And was he had the penalty where he moved the ball?
He's been doing that,
He know better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the things like that, like, so it went from a 3rd and 2 to now 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
A touchdown to a field goal. So all these things really matter when you look at wins and losses, look good or look bad. It's all everybody together collectively.
Yeah, I would guess that if Jalen had an opportunity to redo that press conference, he would say they're less disciplined than they need to be. Because it's commitment is a big word. It's a big word. It is, what are you not, you're not practicing hard? You know, like, what does that really mean? To me, they look undisciplined. It's the penalties. It's the dropping passes. They don't look like a team. They weren't a team that beat themselves, and now they are looking like that type of team.
Everybody got to buy in too.
Yeah,
he don't like.
Locked in, buy in,
but you know, quarterbacks though, like even with Michael Vick, right? That's my guy. But sometimes they get on the press conference, and they be saying to me, "I'm like, hey, what you talking about right there? Like, who you talking about? You know what I mean? Not in the because my boy, not in the bad way, or even certain words like, hey, what that word mean? Like." Quarterbacks, they get the most pressure. They get the most spotlight. Like when I go on a press conference, you know, I'm going to have my crowd. But the quarterback, so I think something getting that pressure, they try to, like, use different wording or different words or different meanings. They do that.
It's certain words that go a long way. If we're in the meeting right now, a production meeting before we get on here, and Acho say, yeah, man, JJ ain't committed.
Thank you.
You know, JJ ain't committed to this thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
What you mean?
What you saying?
You mean I ain't out here grinding?
Yeah. Like you tap on the shoulder.
like what you talking like? So for me, that's like,
and you could be in a spotlight. I've been in for you. I rarely get shy or get like caught up. And sometimes you know what I'm saying? He just let it slip out. But we're not committed.
But that's not Jalen.
Yeah, I think he is very intentional. I'm just saying, to me, like, we're not in the locker room. To me, they look undisciplined. Well, he gets the corner slice, like, cut of the mac and cheese. Like, he get the one with the extra good crust.
Oh, is it? But it's like, it's a nice size, though?
Yeah, like a big one. He
need a nice size,
the dad cut. Like, this is boom, half the plate.
Can he get extra?
You're going to be sleepy afterwards.
Oh, he get a little extra.
But the defense also gets some of that. And we keep talking about running the ball. DeAndre Swift carries have gone down since the bye. Before the bye, 16.8 rushing attempts per game. Since the bye, 12.2 rushing attempts per game.
That's crazy to me.
Like it has gone down. It's not that we're just imagining that he's not getting the ball as much.
But context. We know this context. Since the bye, the Eagles have lost games. And when you're trailing, y'all know what it is. You got to pass the ball.
Yeah, but you can't just abandon the run.
You can't. But
especially when you're built that way.
But when it's 42-19, you have no choice.
But before we get to that point,
when you're averaging 2.1 yards per carry, what you want them to do?
I mean
against the San Francisco 49ers, it's 2 yards in the cloud of dust.
Let's take the Niners out of it.
Cowboys.
Okay, but hold on. But that's how it starts as a running back. It ain't always a 50-yard gain. I'm going 2, 3, 1, 2, 10, 5.
But here's what I will say. There became points, at least for me as a defender, where I'm looking at the Eagles, handing the ball off is a down off. Like, there became points where it's like, oh, y'all gonna hand it off right now? And Jurgens was hurt. Remember, he got hurt. And Landon Dickerson, he just got hurt. There came points where I'm looking back like, oh, please hand it off. I'll take it down off.
So when you watch the Seahawks game, you tell me we couldn't ran the ball more?
You could have ran it more.
Seahawks,
it was working.
Yeah, Seahawks, you absolutely could have.
And then that's another thing I hate. See, we talk about this, who gets some of the blame and the pie. It got to be a lot of the coaching, too.
Yeah.
If you watch, so it's a copycat league. We trying to win this game.
Yeah.
When you watch, I went to the Niners game when they played the Seahawks. The first play, like, you warm up, you stretch, national anthem, right? They all that. The first play from scrimmage was like a 60-something yard CMC. Chris McCaffrey almost scored. So if you see that, oh, we're going to run this rock. At one point in the game, he had like 8 rushes for like almost 100-some yards. So if you know that, right? If you know that, and I think McCaffrey's right here. I think Swift is super close. Let the tape tell you that.
Yeah.
Why are you not going to run this ball with this kid?
Also,
and you watched it work against the Seahawks.
The Eagles' offensive line.
Oh, and he was up all game.
Third in run blocking this year.
Come on, Acho.
I just see it different.
If you ever got pancake before?
No, I'm getting out the way.
Oh, you never got pancake before?
I'm getting out the way. No.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. I done got blindsided before. I done got.
You telling me in your whole career, college, high school, and pro, you never got pancake?
No, like to the ground? No. I'm to the ground?
You my man. I'm going to move on.
No, you got to get out there. Like, I'll go low before I get
my man, I'm over.
You mean pancake, you mean like smack.
Man, he know
somebody caught you slipping.
Man, he know what pancake
He's
means.
He's talking about one-on-one to the dirt.
Man, I done see some greats get pancake, but I guess.
But they played way more than me. I didn't have as much opportunity to get pancaked. Being honest.
You was the man in college.
I did not get pancaked in college.
I'm done.
I got pancaked one time in Oklahoma.
Whoa.
Hold on.
I can't do this. What's up with this guy? I'm not working like this today.
Being honest.
You're not going to lie to the world and lie to me.
Go back.
Hold on.
He didn't get pancaked.
I got pancaked one time in Oklahoma drill going up against Mason Walters my junior year in practice. That was it. Outside of that, I didn't get pancakes.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.